Hey Band of Gold, Tony Cox here, and we are going to kind of start things off with one of our visual references. I'd like to introduce two very important people to you. This is Mr. Scott Tanner. Scott is responsible for heading up our visual program and all the really cool things you see that the Band of Gold does during the marching season. And one of our very special assistants, Mr. Andy Strong. You will see Scott and Andy at all the Band of Gold rehearsals, and they have a very important job to make sure that we know how to move and play at the same time and do all the cool things that we do. So they're going to get you kicked off tonight with one of our first videos on the importance of understanding the step size and how you can go about figuring that out at your house.
Hey guys, so obviously we're here at the Mount Juliet rehearsal field, and one of the first things I want you kind of to learn is from yard line to yard line what that distance is, so that maybe you can put that at your driveway, your hallway, a basement, any kind of thing that has enough space. It doesn't have to be multiple yard lines. You can just do one and get what we need done. All right, so we're going to show you what the tape measure should be, so you can roll that out. All right, from yard line to yard line, and then we're just going to put a cone there. All right, so you can see exact numbers, and then he's going to put halfway between yard line and yard line and what that exact number is, because we're going to refer to that here in a bit. Hey, so obviously we're using cones today. If you don't have cones, that's great. I don't have any cones in my house, but I do have some sidewalk chalk, or if you have a water bottle, if you want to put that in the spot. Anything that's going to know where that boundary line is from yard line to yard line and where the midpoint of those two are. So a lot of you have already marched before, but a lot of you have not. And so that's kind of where we're walking through these steps to get us to where we need to go. The next thing we're kind of working on is what we base our basic steps on are 8 to 5. That means 8 steps to 5 yards. We're not going to talk about technique. We're not going to talk about anything like that. I just want you to start practicing walking 8 equal steps from yard line to yard line. And then we're going to talk about the halfway point, which would be 4, which would be right in the middle. So Andy's going to demonstrate here. He's going to take 8 walking steps, not technique or anything. He's just going to go from yard line to yard line that we have taped off, 8 equal steps. Every individual steps will be the exact same length. So next on the agenda, we talked about 8 steps from yard line to yard line. All right, equal steps walking. Now we're going to go to the halfway point. So if we're supposed to go from yard line to yard line in 8 walking steps, let's go halfway to the midpoint in 4 counts. Here we go. Now he's at the midpoint, and now we're going to go finish it. He's going to take 4 more equal walking steps to the yard line. Cool, so that kind of concludes this little first visual vid that we're going to start with. We'll continue to do more of these that kind of expand upon the rest of the techniques as we go. But that gives us a little introduction to the very first basic of basics foundation.